Hey, my friends, back again for another segment on reclaiming your brilliance. I've shared it again, I'll share it now, and that is that all children are born geniuses, and 9,999 out of every 10,000 are swiftly, inadvertently de-geniusized by adults. That came from Buckminster Fuller. Meaning, the vast majority of adults have had the genius ripped from them, and they've never reclaimed it. And what I want you to do is to reclaim your brilliance again. Reclaim this part of you that is in you, that is innate in you, that is part of who you are. And part of that is what I love about kids, and that is their believing nature. Do you hear something from a child, from a spouse, from the news or the radio? And do you find yourself automatically rejecting things and automatically accepting things into your life? If I had to ask you, what are the things that you accept as truth in your life? I would almost guarantee that for a lot of people, they accept everything negative about themselves and they reject everything positive about themselves. Case in point, there we go. If I were to come to a nice dressed woman and say, that's a lovely blouse you have on, most women would say, this old thing, and they would reject the compliment and instead of accepting it. Yet if I were to go to a woman and say, man, that really makes you look fat, they would accept the rejection, they would accept the criticism, and they would reject the compliment. Do you see how backwards this is? But yet if you look at a child, children are so believing of all the positive. They love the praise. When you praise a child, they accept it and they enjoy it and they allow it to just create within them. Praise is one of the greatest things you can do with children because they don't automatically reject it. That's why it's so powerful. But praise as adults, we reject it and we say, no, that's them. That's not me. And we do this under the premises of being humble and humility. I don't call rejecting of positive messages humility. I call it stupidity. And I call it stupidity because it's making people de-geniusized. Instead of just saying thank you. Now, what's humble then? Because we kind of get this idea of like, well, humble is the opposite of pride. Well, what's pride? Pride is when I put myself above another person and I say, I am better than you. And guess what? The opposite end of pride is not humility. It's still the same stick. And that is, you're better than me. And anytime I put somebody else above me and I put myself down, that's still a sense of pride. Humility is a whole nother stick. And humility is, I am who I am and I love who I am. And I don't need to be better than or less than you. I just need to be the best version of me. And children love this. But yet at 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, we beat it out of them and say they have to be someone else. Instead of just believing in nature of who they truly are as geniuses. But you look at any child as well, and they just automatically believe a lot of things. And the reason why is because they're in this believing state. And if you and I were in a believing state, guess how much you could accomplish? I guarantee you could accomplish 10, 20, 100 times more than you're accomplishing right now if you would just believe. Remember, the greatest teacher of all said, all things are possible to him that believeth. Are you believing? Do you believe in dreams? Do you believe in something greater than you? Do you believe in other people? Do people believe in you? Belief, my friends, is the key to success in life. And it is the one thing out of all the things that I talk about that if you could accept and reclaim this from your childhood of believing, it would change your life faster than anything else. Be believing. Reclaim that genius back again. You know what? I'm just going to start believing again like I did when I was a child and watch what happens.